I want to thank God because on a Christmas Day, 1972, I was coming to infiltrate into Uganda, coming from Tanzania, having suffered a defeat by Idi Amin because of our mistakes, because we had attacked, Obote had attacked Idi Amin in September 1972, September. Badly organized, we had been defeated. We had gone into that fight, although we didn't agree with the whole thing, but for other reasons we went along. So we are now coming to infiltrate into Uganda to revive our network, because quite a number of our people had been killed because of that mistake of Obote. I just happened to be passing by Intercontinental Hotel, and I saw the family of John Kazora with Mama among them entering the vehicles. I think they were coming out of the hotel. Then I went and I greeted them. That's how we reestablished our contact. So you can see even the reuniting, although I knew how we had not met for a long time, but the reuniting was by God. And that's how we ended up getting married in August 1973. Then now that was because although our generation had made a choice to fight, but the reason I want you to look at some of these songs, you cannot have a society without a culture. It's very dangerous. Many of the things we did, we did them because of our strong base in the culture, influenced by new influences like Christianity, but building on the old foundation. Now, in this case, although now we had this new challenge of having to fight to create order in this very, very, very defective situation, at the same time, we had the traditional culture of what the Wanyankore call Okwombeka. Okwombeka means one, creating wealth. Creating wealth. In the olden days, before other things, you must have wealth. That's part of Okwombeka. Literally means to build. But in this case, it is used metaphorically to mean to create, number one, wealth. You must have wealth. This culture of Yai, just there, is not part of our heritage. That's why you hear the songs, one of the songs was about your grandfathers at Enkondo. I have bought that land again. Chinini is there. Diane, she's very active there. She's working there. Those were your grandfathers. Deep in wealth creation. So you must have wealth creation. Family, you must have a family. A wife, children. Now later on, we added education now. It was now a new addition, education. And then you can add religion, but based on the foundation of wealth creation, not this religion of just praying for miracle wealth. That one there, I'm very concerned about it. Wealth without working, but just disturbing God all the time when he has already deployed you. Because you remember, God created you on Saturday after he had created the pigs and all other things. Then he created you and then said, you govern, you look after all these things. Establish dominion over all these things. So you don't have to keep disturbing him now. You go and work. There are miracles. I will tell you about the miracles. But my experience is miracles as you work. As you work. You can definitely see that, yes, I worked, but this one here, I will give you some examples. So, because of that culture, although we are in a very unstable situation, we had to struggle to get family, to get wife in this case. Get wife, get children. Although we were not able to address the issue of wealth was already there somewhere, we would come back and find it. So therefore, I want to praise God for helping me and Mama in this effort. And again here, I want to advise the young people. If you do God's work, God will also do your work. Like in this case, I had a family, but we had wealth here in Uganda, but we were disconnected from it. We were in exile in Tanzania. Then Kenya, later on, they were living in Kenya. Then Sweden. Then I was in the bush. But God kept them alive, made sure they got education, and also protected my wealth in Raiktura. The soldiers of Amin came to steal those cows. They failed. But they couldn't get our cows. One of my brothers took the cows in the savannah and they couldn't get them. So you find that although I was in chaos, I have what the Wanyankore call Enshugi. Enshugi are the cattle of your grandfather. I have them. If they had taken those cows, our Enshugi, of course I would have got new cows when after the war, but it would not be the same like the ones from my great-grandfather, which he saved in the Rinderpest of 1893, the time those people were singing about that song. So what I saw is that when you do God's work, God does also your work. That one I could see as a summary of my experience.